which one of you will be here at noon with me?
It's going to be me.
You?
It's going to be a lot of me today.
You draw the short straw, huh?
The long straw, actually, whichever way you want to think about it. I do want to start with temperatures across the mid-state. Sitting at 74 degrees currently in Harrisburg. Notice we're a little bit warmer than we were yesterday at this time, and we're going to continue to see temperatures increase over the course of the day. First day back in the 90s for some of us. On the dew point side of things, you can see the increase that we've seen there too. Now, thankfully, I don't think it's going to be quite as muggy as it will be on Tuesday, but certainly we are seeing things start to change in the pattern. Yesterday's high, 87, right around seasonality, but yet another uptick closer to that 90-degree mark. Today, we get to about 90, maybe 91, some of us sitting in the upper 80s. Thanks to high pressure, which just refuses to quit across the eastern seaboard. We do have a cold front that's going to be pushing through on late Wednesday into Thursday. That is something to watch out for. In the meantime, we're going to continue to deal with that prototypical summer heat. Unfortunately, not any chance for real rain to cool us down through Tuesday. Maybe a stray shower, not really expecting anything until Wednesday. Wednesday is a day when you get into the afternoon and evening, maybe you start to see some stray thunderstorms ahead of that cold front. That's pretty much our biggest meaningful rain chance so far of the week. As we get through the rest of the day, as I mentioned, getting into the 90s in places, dropping down into the maybe upper 60s, low 70s overnight, depending on where you are. The other thing you're going to notice about this week is that lows also continue to increase. So there is a lot in the way of just upward trajectory over the next few days. In terms of rain, from that Wednesday rain chance, not going to yield that much. Of course, there is the opportunity always for some locally heavy air downpours. That is something that we're watching out for, but really no severe threat here. And I think for a lot of people who have dealt with these past couple of months that have just been very, very rainy at times, to have a pattern that is maybe a little bit on the quieter side, not all that bad. It's not like we're dealing with any drought anyways, but you can certainly see why we're having those rain chances midweek in the first place with that increase in humidity all the way into the low 70s. We see a decrease in the aftermath of that front, and then it's Monday of next week. We are all right back to it, but heading into mid-August, continuing to contend with that heat. That is something that we've been anticipating for a while to get back to that summery pattern. And as you take a look at that 7-day forecast, you'll notice that temperatures are actually relatively stable, staying around 90 all through this week. You don't see a lot of huge increases here. And thankfully, other than maybe Wednesday, Thursday, we're actually relatively dry through the weekend. So your plans will be safe. Look, it's not the best pattern in the world, but it could be a lot worse. Could be in the mid to upper 90s. That's a quick look at your forecast coming up.